Meeting,
Motion.
motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Lena. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This meeting is being recorded, by the way. No 81Ps. First one we have is a site plan waiver for 51 Depot Street.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Robert Poxon with Gary and Howland Engineering. We're representing Yukon 9 LLC. This is the Medway Oil facility on Depot Street, right along the railroad tracks. And the applicant is proposing an amended site plan to do some improvements to the existing business. Currently, there are 3 above-ground storage tanks on site, and these are being removed and being replaced by a bank of 6 above-ground storage tanks, which will be contained within a 4-foot-high concrete wall that now satisfies new standards for containment or overflow or spills. Also, the construction of a concrete pad here for the trucks when they come in and load and unload the material from the oil. Some additional parking spaces will be created. Right now, there's really nothing that's actually established, but there's area here, and we've designated area that will provide parking for employees when they come in, truck drivers and people working in the office. That's really the only change we're proposing for the site.
Were they here before?
No problem.
Okay, Larry recommended favorable.
Yep. I think they all,
Town engineer, no problem.
yes, favorable.
Highway, no problem, satisfactory.
No one has a problem.
No,
You got a favorable from fire and a favorable from water also, Dave.
okay, that was the question.
Yeah, they came in
Okay,
after the
we got the
packets were
fire,
done.
that's the most important, and the water too.
Yep.
Okay, any questions from the board?
I just have one quick. The parking's going to be paved, or is it existing, or
No,
is
it's
it
just
previously
existing
paved?
gravel area. We just showed that there is enough room there for that, for those people there to park.
So you're gonna,
But then there's no improvement other than the existing, it's existing compacted gravel now, so. We're just showing you that there's ample room for, parking, in this, that.
where do the employees presently park?
There are no employees. It's an unmanned facility.
I didn't think so, no.
Okay.
I did notice, I go up that street, I noticed that you had taken them all down, and, so you're gonna just put 6 of them back up?
Yes, we sandblasted and painted,
You
brought them
paint
up to
them all.
code, and we'll put them back in the container. 3 were removed and scrapped.
Oh, good.
Any other questions?
No?
No. I move that we, all
No, it's all been moved.
right,
Yeah, moved in second. No discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Lena did.
Thank you.
Are they gonna be smaller?
It's all gonna be on the ground, so you won't, nothing's gonna be up in the air. All those
Dave.
cradles are gonna be
you
cut
want
out.
to read this one, because there's
Oh, okay.
something else other than what's in
Oh,
here.
okay.
Anything will be cut out.
That's good, though.
It'll be gone, yeah.
That's a good.
Very well,
that's
it's
a good point.
favorable.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Okay, we have a site plan waiver for Scott Bragg, the barber shop at 283 Main Street. They want to turn Tony's place into a barber shop.
Are they closed?
Yeah, Tony closed.
Oh, the restaurant, I forgot.
Larry gives us a favorable recommendation for the waiver.
Good night.
Town engineer, same.
Nothing from Concom.
Concom's not here. Highways, no problem. Conservation. No, I mean, who's that?
The water.
Water company.
Water company.
Disability. Doesn't require any modifications.
And we got a favorable from the fire chief, it came after the packets were put together.
Okay. Any questions from the board? No.
Yeah.
Motion.
Motion by Pat, second by John. Grant the site plan waiver. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous of 4.
Mr. Chairman, I'll be recusing myself for item number 5 and 6.
Okay. The site plan waiver for base state relief and time.
I'll go in the back and torment Joe and Alice. Joe, is this billable?
Absolutely. Isn't everything?
Not everything, Joe.
Okay, Mr. Parson.
Okay, my understanding is that the only alteration to this plan from, this is an existing site, this is an existing building, pavement is already there, parking, everything is existing. The site plan is being amended because of the use of the medical marijuana growing facility and also distribution, because to provide a fence around, a security fence around the complete facility. All growing is to take place inside the building, nothing will be outside the building. So that's basically the submittal of this plan, is to show this new fence around the facility. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Larry says, gives a favorable on the waiver. So there's the town engineer. Decision.
I attached the two decisions from the ZBA in your
Yeah.
packet.
Yeah, this was granted a variance, 2 variances. That's it. Yeah. Any questions from the board?
No. I'll move.
Moved by John,
I'll second it.
seconded by Lena. Further discussion? Not all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous of 3.
We're moving so quickly, before I leave, I'd like you to,
Don't forget to take those with you
Sign.
when you go.
this is for the one you just did.
Yeah.
That's not coming back.
No, he's got to stay away from this one.
And then
What's
this
he
one,
got?
He has to stay away from this one as well.
I'm sorry.
He has to stay away from this one as well.
Oh, okay. No, what is this?
Medical marijuana.
Didn't he just?
That was another location.
That was it.
Yeah. This one is up on
This is the,
Fortune Boulevard.
okay. I didn't know we owned.
anytime you want now.
What?
You can get glaucoma anytime you want now. When
You want to take that away?
Do we have anybody presenting next one?
I thought there would be, but
Is anybody doing this one?
Want to hold off and we'll... Anybody here for Bay State Alternative Healthcare?
not yet, I
Hold
guess.
off on that?
Yeah.
Temporary toy table. Yeah.
Hey,
Pat's gonna be up and down.
Pat, you gotta come back.
Uh-oh, sorry. Sorry
No
about,
Fenice.
maybe
no
you can
Fenice
present
on?
it.
Good night, thank you very much.
Good night.
Over here, over there.
I think he was
No.
there for number 5. I don't know.
Okay. How about Green Street Auto?
What number are we on?
What about the
7?
Neeson guy?
We're up to item number 9 right now.
Oh,
I thought we were on 7.
What happened to Neeson?
Nobody here.
no, you s-
You listen to me and you'll be all set.
Oh, yeah?
Babe.
Okay. You're going back to him, I assume. Okay.
now don't slow the meeting down too much, Babe will get upset.
Attorney Pettinari, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Ioannini. I'm Ernie Pettinari. My office is at 12 Main Street. I'm here tonight to ask for your favorable recommendation on a petition that we filed last month for Green Street Auto Spa, Inc., which is the tenant at the 39 Green Street Car Wash, which is owned by Make Park Corporation, the Rizzoli family. You might recall that that property has been utilized as a car wash for many, many years. Because part of the operations of the businesses that have been run there include a special permit for, bless you, for the oil change operation, and because the special permits are personal to the applicant and do not run with the land, each time a new tenant takes occupancy of the property, we need to have a new special permit issued for the benefit of the tenant, and that's what this is. There's going to be no change in the way the premises are operated, there's no change in intensity or anything else. The one change is the former tenant did have a special permit for a Class 2 license for the sale of 3 used automobiles. This tenant doesn't want that. So we're here tonight seeking only your favorable recommendation on the special permit to allow them to continue to offer oil changes at the site.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any questions by the board?
No, but my only observation would be the recommendation to the zoning board would be that on this specific purpose, that it goes with the property rather than the tenant, because the use really hasn't changed and.
I don't think you can, with the zoning bylaws, can you?
Oh, yeah, that's, I'm sure it's a condition that they impose themselves. And my recommendation would be that it goes to the property, since this has been, I think it's used in
That's
the
right.
past couple of decades.
Right.
It has.
That would only be my recommendation, that it should go to the property. Favorable,
Yeah, the concern in the past has been
favorable.
an ease of enforcement if there are problems.
Permit go
And
towards-
having
go
the
to
special
property,
permit
not
tied to the
private.
applicant, it gets right to that. So,
Well, again, forgive me, but I
That's
think
why
if
they
there's
do
no
it.
change of use, I think it's a waste of everyone's time to do it this way, since the property hasn't changed, like I said, for the last, I think, 2 decades.
And the ownership, by the way, hasn't either. My client's Make Park
Precisely.
Corporation has owned it
Still owns
consistently.
And I think the next time it would be a car wash if this one, changes again. So, I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
all
this-
that's occurring is a name change.
Different identity, yep.
That would be my recommendation.
Got a second on that motion? Yes. Seconded by John?
We're including the change that Pat recommended?
Yes.
Okay, good.
May I have your letter when you're done with the vote?
Certainly. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous of the
Are we going to do 10? Because I'm here for 10.
You're up. Number
Okay.
10, Mr. Attorney.
10, I'm here tonight, again, Ernie Pettinari, office is at 12 Main Street. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Cornerstone Assisted Living Facility, which has been erected on the Cherry-Mickling property at the corner of Birch Street and Medway Road. That is there, subject to a special permit issued by your board, and if you've been by it, you've seen the construction has proceeded in dramatic fashion. And if you get an opportunity to go in it, I would say, a personal observation, it's beautiful inside. It's really worth just a quick stop in. Having said that, one of the things that was left open when we got the special permit plan approved was a question of exterior signage. And the signage issue has now been resolved, and they propose to establish a sign approximately 90 square feet in total area, including the base and the stanchions for it. But because, as you might recollect, the street frontage of the property is located in a residential zone, we are required to get a variance from the sign requirements, which would limit the size of a sign in the residential zone to 9 square feet. So there's a rendering of the sign that we attached to the application. I think you might have seen it. If you haven't seen it, you've got
No,
it.
I haven't seen it.
it's in the packet.
Oh, is it in the
Second to
packet?
last page, Lean.
Oh, okay.
And the only thing that's new as of this week is we had a site walk last week with the building inspector in consultations also with Larry, and the sign will be located approximately in the same location where the temporary sign is now, which conforms to all of the setback requirements with lines of sight, et cetera. We need the variance, and obviously it's part of the overall plan of development of the site, and we're hoping for a favorable recommendation from your board.
Does the sign have to be that big? Just out of curiosity, why 36?
36 what?
It looks like
Well, the sign-
36
the s-
square foot.
Yeah, the sign proper is a double-faced sign, it's 36 square feet per side. The 70 or 90 is what.
Is double,
Is, you know, is counting both sides, and counting the pillars, which we typically wouldn't count as part of
Where-
the sign area.
Where is the sign being placed? Oh, is that near the lights?
The lights are here,
Uh-huh,
and the sign is right here on the corner, outside of the sidewalk and outside of the
Okay.
reserved area. that
oh,
we-
all right, all right, yeah,
There's a
okay.
sign there now.
I haven't, I haven't seen the sign, I haven't seen it, I was just thinking of people coming down,
No.
if to be able to
Oh,
take
yeah,
that
no, it
curve.
wouldn't be
There's-
interfering with
There's no issue there, right? Okay,
That's one of the reasons we went out and we walked the site just to make sure.
okay, thanks, Ernie.
It's gonna be a wood sign, it's a sign
Yeah.
with 2 posts, very much like the sign in front of my office at 12
Larry-
Main Street.
Right.
Larry recommends a favorable recommendation. What's the,
Hold on, I just have a question for clarity. What's the square footage of your sign in front of your building
I
then,
don't
sir?
know.
Oh, I didn't know if it was, the
It's not a
same.
residential zone, but I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. I just, favorable.
who's,
Lena.
Lena made a motion for favorable recommendation, seconded by,
Let Johnny do it. I don't want to, be accused of doing it all.
any further discussion? If
No.
not, all those in favor? Opposed? Unanimous of 4.
Thank you, folks.
You might as well do number 11, since I see some peanut gallery in the back.
Yeah, we can send that
Aldo's getting old, we don't want him sleeping.
I'm gonna defer to someone far more able than myself, Mr. Chair.
Can anybody go in there, do you have to make an appointment?
You have, I'm sure, received a copy of Larry's correspondence with regards to the variance.
I want to get my place.
Yeah, let him put the plan up.
They're walking out on you.
Don't jump the gun.
What's going on? I missed it.
The variance for
Oh.
the height, Lena,
Oh,
height of the building.
that is a tall building. Whoa.
Matt, just hold them up. It shouldn't be long.
Oh, you don't have to.
I'll hold a viewpoint.
High priced.
We're seeking, there's 2 issues that we're seeking relief from the variance on. One is the height, maximum height for this residential B district is 35 feet. And we're calling, there's a diagram in your packet which shows that the high point of the skylight, which is the very highest point of the roof, would be at 70 feet. The footprint of the building is this area right here. There's a south property along this edge and a western property along that edge. The building is approximately 114 feet back from the south property line, and 81 feet from that western property line. However, I must note that that highest point of the roof is really the center portion of the building. The 2 ends are a lower portion, and the heights are given in that diagram, if you can reference that. I don't have it in front of me. And just for reference, what that looks like three-dimensionally is you can see this is the gymnasium, which is a 2-story volume with a sloped roof on top of it. Cafeteria is a similar volume. This is the cafeteria is the one that's closer to the western property line. And then the academic wing of the building is a 3-story volume with a sloped roof on top of it. So again, that's the one that's further away from any of the property.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the members of the board?
The second issue is the 100-foot setback. There's a requirement that all structures and activity areas pertinent to the primary use be set back from property lines by 100 feet. The existing conditions of the building, of the existing school, do not conform to that 100 feet. I don't have a setback line on here, but The play areas that are around the building here are all mainly within that 100-foot setback. The play field that's here, a good portion of it is within that 100-foot setback. So what we're proposing is some of the new play areas, the building is going to be built where the field is today, some of the new play areas will be within that 100 feet. And small portions of it on this north area it would be within that 100 feet as well. So it's a similar condition to what exists today.
Okay.
All right.
Any questions on the second variance?
Bag there.
No,
What's the pleasure of the board
I'll move to send a favorable recommendation to the CBA.
on both variances? Right?
Yes.
Okay, second?
Yes.
Second by Pat. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous of 4. Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Where are you going? Are you going to 7 now?
We're gonna go to number 7 right now, so you can
I can
move
stay.
one time. Okay, we got a, for a ZBA special permit for Milford Nissan.
How's it rated? Because I don't see anyone.
I guess so.
Nobody here?
Nope.
The applicant requests a special permit to establish a motor vehicle display lot on the subject property. The request is also to utilize the existing freestanding sign structure as an off-premise sign. The property will only serve as overflow display for Milford Nissan. This is the Rizzoli property on Route 16,
This is across the street from the.
across the
new town.
street, right,
They're using that now.
yeah. You get cars, you can park them somewhere.
No,
Yeah, there'd
excuse
been
me.
there'd been a site plan approved for a commercial building, but
It's Hamilton.
that's been temporarily put on hold. So this is between Hamilton and Free on the north side
Oh,
of East
that's
Main.
the other
Yeah,
Rizzoli.
yeah, yeah.
It's the other side.
Oh,
It's on the
okay.
north side of the street, across from
I know the area.
the Verizon store.
Okay.
Okay, what's the,
I have no objections, but, and they do have to come back for a site plan, right? Or at least a waiver of site plan?
Yeah,
Larry?
they need to come back to verify where the customer
Yeah,
parking.
because my only observation down there, I know they just re-asphalted and so on and so forth, but again, idealistically, I think I'd like to make sure that they try to pull some of the cars right off the sidewalk. I think
Oh, yeah.
that would be just something moving forward, so I know no one's here from there, but that would only be my
That's a good point.
my tell, I guess, if you will. But I'll make a favorable. May I have your one?
I'll second it.
oh, I missed one here. Friday, you from,
No.
you're just here. Oh, okay. Okay, we got a special permit for, ZBA special permit for TGI Fridays. The applicant requests a special permit to establish an off-premise Trailblazer directional sign within the right-of-way of Cedar Street. The general location is in front of 134 Cedar Street and to be visible from the southbound motorist on Cedar Street. Okay,
Where's 134?
It's in front of the gas station,
Which gas station?
Which gas station?
Gulf
the
Station?
one north of Friendly's. I think that's the Exxon, isn't it?
Cedar Street.
Well, you have the old, that's the
On Route
beginning of
85.
85. You have the old Gibbs. Is that the one, or?
No, it's on up. This is the, I think it's a Exxon Mobil on the west side
Oh,
of
the
Cedar
mobile
Street,
Oh,
station,
the mobile
okay.
gas station?
directly across from the entrance to Sports Authority.
Oh, okay. I know what that is.
This is part of the DOT's program. You can lease space on the interstate signage to notify motorists on 495 that there are food-related businesses nearby. But
Lady
once you get off of the road, off of 495, they want at least one Trailblazer sign in the town on a state highway to tell you where to go from there. And that's what this would do. It
big's
would
the
direct
sign?
people to take a left once they get down to the intersection at Dilla and Fortune with Route 85. And it needs to be that far north of the intersection because of all of the left turn lanes and the length of the queues to.
Do we know how big the sign's supposed to be, Larry?
No, I don't have, the DOT and the highway department. They have a set size for the Trailblazer signs. They're not very big, they're the small.
So this is similar to what happened with Southwick?
Yes.
Is that
yes.
a good analogy? Okay.
Yep.
That gives me a better indication.
Okay.
The
Any other
selectmen-
questions from the board?
Selectmen have already approved it. Needs to go to.
Do we have a
ZBA.
recommendation from the board? Larry gives a favorable recommendation.
I move for favorable.
John moves for a favorable recommendation,
I'll second
seconded by Lena. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, manifest by saying aye.
Aye.
it. Right.
Opposed, unanimous of 4.
I assume you're going back to 7 or 6?
Six, yep.
Yeah.
Again, Mr. Chairman, for the record, I will be recusing myself again.
Okay, well, you don't have to come back, that's,
Yeah. You can just go home.
Make a one-way trip.
No, I'll stay for the vote to end the
Adjourn?
meeting. Adjourn the meeting.
You want to make sure it ends, yeah.
This is a CBA special permit. The applicant requests a special permit to establish a medical marijuana treatment center on the subject property. The purpose for the treatment center is to occupy a current unoccupied second floor in the existing building with only internal alterations being necessary. This is on 425 Fortune Boulevard. Larry gives a favorable recommendation. Questions from the board?
With the,
Huh?
no other letters?
No. This is just
No, it's just a referral to
a
ZBA.
recommendation.
Well, personally, I don't care for it being on the second floor of a building that's being used for something else. I kind of object to that. Since this is going to the zoning board, it doesn't have to be a unanimous vote anyhow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, to get the ball rolling,
Go ahead.
I'll make an unfavorable report. I move that we send an unfavorable report to the zoning.
Here a second. Hearing none, any other motions?
There was only one left.
There's only one left. Well, I move to send a favorable report to this ZBA for a special permit. Reading over Larry's reasoning is, and he recommends favorable recommendation. So I think we're at a crossroads right now.
No, Babe can say.
Okay.
I'll second for the discussion. I agree with you, but again, it's not against our zoning bylaws, so
No, that's fine.
it's doing, so I'm not gonna think, so, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 2 in favor, 1 opposed for a favorable recommendation. Any other?
No, we could have sent no report if we played it correctly.
You gotta make it.
I've done that.
Do we have anything else coming before the board? Larry,
That's it.
numbers?
Move we adjourn.
Moved by John that we adjourn,
Second?
seconded by Lena. All those in favor?
Aye.
Good night.